Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings II as we are playing with the Lusignan family. And I do need to change my WASD keys so I can move around here. Alright, so one of the first things I wanted to go ahead and do in this episode is it is about time to arrange a marriage for our son. So I kind of just combed through the lands of France and I found a fantastic match. And that is with the Duke of Toulouse here. So his daughter, first of all, you notice his daughter is his heir. That's because his sons are both bastards. He has two bastard sons. Apparently he has been spending a little bit too much time with his mistress and not enough time with his wife. So thus he has not had a, this is his lover right here, if you're curious. So thus he has not had a legitimate son. And that has left his daughter, the heir. She's 16 years old, so about a year older than our son. She seems like a fantastic match. Somebody we would definitely want for our son's wife. Charitable woman, patient, understanding, and most importantly, she is the heir to a massive realm. She is the heir to the entire duchy here. Now, given, if he has a son, a legitimate son, how old is his wife? Oh, his wife is really, really young. Why is he sleeping around on this woman? She is, and she has a bloodline too. Oh, she's related to Philip the Great. Oh, yep. So yeah, I don't know why he is sleeping around on her with this lowborn woman instead of giving him. So I mean, if he ends up sleeping with his wife, she's very young. That's a lot of time, guys. A lot of time for him to have a legitimate son, and then that would, of course, result in her not being the heir, which will most likely happen. But if it doesn't, then our son stands to inherit a massive amount of land, or I should say our grandson would, stand to inherit a massive amount of land. In addition, it creates a alliance with him, we could create an alliance with him. So that's what we're going to do, guys. Let's go ahead and arrange a marriage. Is he also part of... Oh, he's got a nice bloodline as well. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and arrange a marriage here, if he's willing to. Of course, I don't know that he actually is, but let's hope, because we are both dukes. Oh, wait a minute, I need to arrange a betrothal. My bad, I forgot. Our child here is not of age yet. It seems that's a no. He is not willing to do it, unfortunately. Anyway, so that's a real shame, because I really think she would have made a perfect match for us, our son. Yeah, such a great match. So I did have a backup, guys, because I did expect that maybe he might not want to. So I do have a backup, and that is the Countess here. She, unfortunately, is only 10 years old, though, so I don't know, and I didn't check her either, because I wanted to do this all on camera here, so I don't know if she will accept. Let's hope she does, because this is my only backup. Yes, she will accept it. Excellent. So that would actually take this realm from England eventually. Once they had children, this would end up falling into our hands and would fall out of the hands of England. So it would be a peaceful way to increase our lands, as well as the lands of France. So yes, let's do this. This would require us to wait 5 years, but that's okay. I'm willing to have our son wait a little bit. He can focus on religion matters while he waits. I want him to go on crusade. So yeah, maybe we'll see a crusade pop up. I might end up asking the Pope to do a crusade as well. That's an option. Let's see if we can change our laws yet. By the way, we're in 1236. There are many mysteries in the Catholic faith. It might be interesting to spend some time delving into the old text of the Bible. Of course, I will dedicate more time to reading scriptures. So what I want to go ahead and do is take a look if we can change yes, we can. So we can now change Do Primogeniture. Let's go ahead and do that. It doesn't really affect us right now, of course, because we only have one son. But it'll affect us substantially in the future. So that's very good. We have changed that so that we can keep it into keep our lands in the hands of the Hugues. So we can also change our laws. We could decide to do a council law, or we can go ahead and change up the centralization, which I'm tempted to go ahead and do to change that up. I think it makes a lot of sense to increase centralization before we go messing with the council right now, though. We might actually be able to get this. It might be good to do this now because this is something that most people support. And right now we have control of the council. So these are ones that are harder to pass. So yeah, I think it would be a very good idea to change one of these up. Yeah, let's go ahead and change up the Revoke Titles. I think that would be the best one to change up first. So let's do that. And I'm pretty sure it's going to pass. Let me just take a look here. Oh, yes, that's right. We no longer have him as our spy master. So we are going to have to give a favor to somebody. All right. Well, I don't actually know if I can do that because I don't know if our counselors still have favors from me. I want to say that they do. All right. So these are our 2 loyalists. And I want to say that guy, I think, does have a favor from us. I don't think we can request council support. I might be wrong here. Yeah, we cannot because we already owe him a favor. All right, so that's not an option. What about the mayor here? Can we request? We can. Okay, so we'll probably request council support from him. Just taking a look at this. Yeah, this one's an option as well. All right, so let's go ahead and request council support. Let's see why he wouldn't accept. All right, thank you. And then let's get that law passed so that we will, because yeah, I don't see anything else that we'd want to change first. No. Not while we have control of the council. This is too easy to do. So let's go ahead and change it so that we can revoke whatever title we want without the council's support. And he's going to vote for that, of course. And there we go. Has been approved. Excellent. So let me just take a look at when we can change up, if I can just click on these right. I really need to learn all the hotkeys to this. It looks like there are Fs here. I don't play Crusader Kings as much as I play other Paradox games. And I mean, this is a really old game. I've spent most of my time playing Crusader Kings when it first came out. So I don't know all the hotkeys to this one. Looks like it's pretty easy though. They're all the F keys. So when can we pass another law? It's going to be the 6th of October, 1241. Okay, so about 5 years away. It's going to be a while. But we're still quite young in a way. Depends on how you look at it. So we should have time to get something passed. I received a letter from my fellow member of the Benedict Order, Reinhold. Dear brother Hugh, will you, as the Christian scholar you are, please offer me some advice on my poetry, or the attempt of it? Reading through the attached documents, there are multiple verses, all in honor of God. I am missing the more comforting aspects of faith. While I enjoy the metaphors, they seem a little forced. Writing is frivolous. So let me just take a look here. I'm missing the more... Yeah, let's do this one. I'm missing the more comforting aspects of faith. It wasn't religious enough. In the past few months, you have been spending many nights reading the Bible. The text contain many items of wisdom and also give hints to the most important mysteries of the Blessed Virgin. These sacred texts illuminate me. We gain piety and 2+ learning. Excellent. Holy man came to court today to talk about matters of faith, but it soon became clear that he held rather unorthodox views. Being a zealous defender of the church at all times, I believe I did the right thing when I gave the order to imprison a blasphemous pagan who dared criticize my faith and my church. So, oh, this is... Okay, he reacts to it. I was still shaking with rage at the pagan's blasphemous words when Bishop Amory took the opportunity to whisper good work in my ear. Thank you, I really needed that. Alright, so he approves of our zealotry. I was beginning to think that Reinhold took offense to my comments, but today I've received a new draft of his work. I am surprised to find that his words really speak to me. Scribbled on the margin I can just make out. I implore you, brother, bear with me, it is not finished. Nonsense, this is brilliant work and the world needs to see it. Or I think the Benedictine order will treasure these words. So, this will make sure the writings are published against the wishes of Reinhold. We'll lose 55 gold, and we'll become a patron of the arts, getting diplomacy. Or we can instead make sure that the writings will go to the Benedict Order for safekeeping, and we become a preserver of poetry, gaining monthly piety. Well, of course, I think we should do this one. Makes the most sense for our character. Also, I'm noticing that we can invest in some technologies, so let's go ahead and do that. Maybe we're going to do the constructions here. Yeah, if we had church infrastructure available, or excuse me, castle infrastructure available, I would go for that, but it looks like we already have it. So yeah, I think we're going to do, yeah, we can't do any of these ones. So let's do construction. In our military advances, I often do the siege equipment because I'm really impatient. I don't like waiting for the sieges, they take forever. So I typically will do that one first. But because we're so small and we need any advances we can get, any advantages we can get with our military, we're going to go and do the heavy infantry one. We do have a lot of heavy infantry troops from what I was noticing. So we still are saving up our funds, guys, for that church. Remember, we need like 600 something gold, so it's going to take a while. I am flattered that you think that the Benedictine order could benefit from my work, Reinhold writes in his letter. Thank you for your support, brother. He continues, before assuring me of the finishing touches he intends to see to before the final version of the manuscript will enter the library. I'm honored to be surrounded by minds like Reinhold, and we've gotten the budding friendship. All right. It was a fantastic poem. Gotta give him props. And Hugh has come of age. Excellent. Young Hugh has finished his education in the ways of war. I notice with pride that he has attained nothing less than masterful level of knowledge. Wow. Look at that, my friends. Yeah, that is excellent. And we have fulfilled our ambition to groom an heir as well. So with the brilliant strategist trait here, obviously he gets a lot of martial. And so he is looking respectable as a leader. So we've already got his marriage arranged. We could give him land. I'm always apprehensive about having them rule their own lands because they always end up getting just terrible traits when they leave your control. It does seem he still has the uncouth, unfortunately. He just does not care about grooming. All right, well, maybe we'll do something about that later. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll just be a dirty, nasty dude for our next character. That'll be fun to play as, I suppose. So we can pick a new ambition. So we don't want to build a war chest. Don't really want to acquire titles. I think maybe becoming a counselor so that we can counsel our lord in the ways of Christian living, I think would be wise. So let's do that. As far as what he could put us as, he has a lot of options. Most importantly, though, I think the diplomacy would allow him to make us a chancellor, a fantastic chancellor. So let's do that. Let's say we want to be his counselor, and then hopefully he'll place us in his chancellor position. Looking at the liege council, who is currently there? Looks like, okay, there's a lot of more higher ranking guys than us, a lot higher ranking dukes. I'll actually take a look at that in a second so you guys see where we rank. And it seems that they are all quite unpleased with our king right now. But yeah, they currently have the chancellor right now is pretty good. So I don't think the Duke of Normandy is going to get displaced by us. However, I'm seeing... Yeah, I really don't know what else he'd put us as. That would probably be the best thing for us to be. We can always request the council position as well. That would end up losing us in prestige. I don't think we're going to do it. Let's just see if he gives us the position as it is. Maybe he will. So, Marshall has initiated massive recruitment drive. Excellent. All right. I don't think we're going to go to war with anybody right now. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe a war has been forced upon us. It looks like... Yes, there is a war against England right now. The King of England. This is Gerald the Just. And of course, it looks like we... Is this the same Louis? This looks like a different Louis. Yeah, it feels like... Yes, King Louis the Lion did die. Maybe I missed that notification. So yeah, he died in 1237. March. Oh, it just happened. Alright, so I must have just got that and then missed it. Alright, interesting. So, Louis the Lion has died. So his son has now taken over. We have a new king. Just looking at his traits, he's a mastermind theologian. He's cruel, and he's trusting. All right, well, I don't know. I'm proud to have him as a king. Oh, and he's got both those bloodlines. Interesting. Okay, so who is his mother? Huh. All right. So yeah, let's go ahead. Our liege's council is, of course, discontent because we have a new king. I thought that might be why. I wonder if he'll allow me to... No, now that we have a new king, maybe it would be a good time to counsel this new king. Let's do it. Let's see if he'll appoint us. As far as the war against England, I think we are going to more than likely help out. I think it makes sense to help out in this conflict. So let's raise our armies up and help our king win. We're going to raise the vassals up as well. I don't like that we have them right on the neighbor here, or right neighboring us right here, and so I don't know if we'll be able to get our armies assembled. And it looks like it will be considered. All right, well, thank you, King Louis. So we did get attacked right there, so a few of our troops are not going to get here, but that's okay. All right, we did end up winning the battle. Never mind. All right, I take that back. All right, so let's go ahead and get these guys assembled here. And somebody died. Isabella Plantagenet. Who was she? Huh, I wonder how we were related to her. Why she was an acquaintance. Oh, okay, yeah, she's related to us. I see. All right, so yeah, she's related through our wife here. She is, in fact, our daughter-in-law. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened to the Plantagenets, why they lost control. Just taking a look at the siblings. Of course, we had King Henry III and then Richard II, so both of them came to the throne. Of course, we have our son, which is a sibling, which he's not, obviously not in the line for the throne of England. But just taking a look at Henry and Richard and see, yeah, okay, so Henry didn't have any children, and Richard had a daughter. Okay, so what happened with her? Princess Isabella. Not entirely sure what happened with her, but yeah, she's the last of the Plantagenets, apparently. Yeah. All right, so they died off. That's a shame. So let's go and get our armies assembled. There is a rather large army coming north right now. However, we do outnumber them considerably. Yeah, it's like 2 times our number right now. So let's go ahead and place. Once again, I feel that we should continue to lead our troops in the center, as always. And let's go ahead and place our other commanders in here as well. Gilbert, our most experienced commander, and then the bishop here will lead the right flank. Okay, so they're going to that province there to siege it down. We are going to attack them. I feel confident that we'll be able to beat them. Obviously, our morale is not quite all the way up yet, but neither is theirs. I feel we should be able to defeat them there. Yeah, we got double the numbers, and we are going to be helping out in this war considerably. Much more than I thought. I thought we were just going to be helping with sieges. So yeah, I'm happy about this. I'm still a little bit frustrated with this character because I really just don't know how to deal with it, honestly. You know, he is Catholic, but yeah, the brand and the excommunication and the sympathy for the Muslims, that just, yeah, we can't work with them. It's a shame. But we'll leave him our court, I suppose. Has been, and that's what the righteous imprisonment is about, if you're curious. Has been long enough since King Louis IX of France promised to make room for me on the council. I could remind him to keep his promise. So he probably has a good reason for delaying. I feel like it hasn't been that long. Let's say he probably has a good reason for delaying. We're in the middle of a conflict. That seems like a good reason to me. So we've achieved victory, which has gained us prestige. And I think we're going to go ahead and start taking some of their lands. I want to say we don't have a claim here. We do have a claim here, though. But of course, that's already being sieged. Let's go and attack this army here. Just trying to help out. Get these guys wiped out. And then I suppose we'll go ahead and siege that province down. It looks like that's it for armies that we need to fight. Of course, that army did flee north. And we could siege this one down. I suppose it would be worth more victory point-wise. And I suppose that would make sense. It would be a challenging one to siege down, though, because of how large it is. Yeah, I don't know how successful we'll be. Because if we lose 300 men, which we probably will, yeah, you know, let's go here. This one will be a little bit easier, I think, to take. A little bit quicker as well. So yeah, we'll go and attack there. Your faithful and trusted hunting dog has finally taken his last breath. Long has he served you since you first received him as a puppy, but now it's time to bury your old friend. Oh, good God, that's so sad. I'll bury him quietly in the castle garden. He deserves a proper funeral. We will bury him quietly in the castle garden. This isn't a personal matter. So quite sad. I'm sure we're devastated about it. So yeah, this one should be easier for us to siege down. And King Louis has been excommunicated. All right, Duchess Matilda of Normandy has requested it. Yet another morning when I wake up feeling as tired as when I went to bed. I should do something about my listless mind. Perhaps I need to spend some time alone, so I can seclude myself in prayer and meditation. I think we're in the middle of war right now, so we'll get over it. I think it doesn't make sense for us to leave the front. The defenders have, okay, nothing to be concerned about. Looks like that army is marching north, or a large army. Oh, look at all those troops. 15,000. It feels like England outnumbers us substantially. That is a lot of guys. Yeah. So yeah, I am glad that I switched over to here. You can see we're already losing numbers. We're down to 2,800. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if we're going to win this conflict. We're at 27%, but yeah, I'm pretty worried about this 15 or 14 something thousand men here, plus the 1,500 there. That is a lot. And it looks like France only has 6,000. That is not enough. Not even close. Yeah, I don't see how we can win this unless we can just get these provinces taken quickly enough. Let's go and let this go a little bit faster. Kind of sucks that we have to save all our money, although right now we're losing that money that we saved. Yeah, that's a shame. I almost think we're going to have to get a loan, get some money from somewhere. Bandits have raided the siege again, so okay. They lost more numbers here. I might attempt to get this army destroyed, and that'd be a good way for us to help out here. Also, their army up there is not doing so well. The French army, I mean. Yeah, they might have attacked there and lost. Not entirely sure. But they did not finish taking... Oh, they did. All right, they took the main fort there. All right, so that put us up to 40% here. It's a difficult conflict against the English. Surprised that they're able to... oh, there the French army is. I was about to say, where the hell is the French troops? You'd think we'd have a lot more men. We have almost 20,000 or 19,000 men up there currently attacking England. All right, so that changes the situation. Never mind, I take it back. We did get some gold from our victory, which is excellent. Doesn't pay for our army being out here, of course. I wonder why... Did he die? I don't know what happened there, but apparently our steward is no longer our steward. Well, I suppose we should make the bishop our steward here. I think that would make the most sense. Yeah, let's make the bishop our steward. And he has the best traits. They're not great. One other thing I wanted to do. I meant to do this early in the episode, but I have forgotten. We're going to go ahead and ask for a holy man to come to our court. And he's arrived at our court ready for employment. Let's just take a look at him. Oh, he's okay. It's fine. So what we're going to do is I'm going to appoint him. I want to appoint, be the one to appoint all the successors here, so that we get that nice opinion boost when he does become the bishop. We could appoint Mohammed. That'll turn him into a good Christian. No, we would never do that. So I'm just going to place this guy, and I just usually place him in all the positions, and then we'll get another one later once he's in that position. All right, excellent. So we're still sieging down this province here. And did the war finish up? Looks like it did finish up. I don't even know what the war was about, honestly. I have no idea. I should check that. Because, yeah, I don't know what it was about. Did we extend our lands at all, perhaps? Maybe. I don't actually know what happened. I wish I had looked at what the conflict was over, but I guess we can always, rewind the video and check. So we can go in and get rid of our troops here. We no longer need to have them deployed. So let's go ahead and disband them. All right. So the war went well. We won. And how is our son's wife doing on age? It looks like she's 12. About 3 more years before she'll be old enough. And recently I've noticed the pitiful state of my wife, Duchess Isabel. I've just been informed that the cause of her aches and fatigue is a cause of the flu. Call for the court physician at once, of course. All right, so yeah, it looks like she has the flu. So court physician, God, what's that, Shushidi? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Has completely botched the treatment of my wife Isabel's disease. Isabel is now even worse off than before, barely clinging on to life. I am expected to punish him for this transgression, but what would be a suitable punishment? Well, he botched it. Ill treatment. She's sick. She's worse than she was. She's not a young woman. Let's say, let me see here. I think we're going to, we don't want to become rivals with our wife, into the dungeon with him. And we would want to take his position as well. So let's just take a look at what we can do here with him. We'll demand religious conversion. Oh, he's a Jew. I didn't realize that. All right. Well, I don't know why we had a Jew in our court, anyways. So let's just banish him, I suppose. Yeah, let's banish this guy, and we'd seize his gold too. Okay, so we banished him from the realm, which does mean that we will now need to recruit another court physician. Hopefully we do not have to wait long. We are currently 49 years old, and one of our scouts reported a pilgrim who's just arrived. And he is not great. He's a mystic, but at least he's Christian, a humble Christian, and a theologian. Interesting. Yeah, I say we'll recruit him. Recruit this pilgrim, even if he isn't the best at learning. That's fine. But if he botches something, some sort of treatment on our family, we'll have to get rid of him. There are a few monasteries close by where the lay members of the Benedictine order frequently convene. As such, it is expected that every so often attend these meetings, and that I spend a fair amount of time at the monasteries to get in touch with the monastic foundations of the order. Such a period is about to start. Well, I will fulfill my duties as expected, of course. So we are at 586 devotion. Remember, we do need to get to 750. We still have this mission to build the church. I don't know when the hell we're ever going to be able to do it because it's so expensive. So it looks like this Earl, misguided Earl, is trying to usurp our title. So yeah, we're going to... Nah, I can't spend the money on that. I'm sorry. We're going to leave it for now. I'm not too worried about him. I am not worried about England. Not worried about them at all. They just got their asses handed to them in that last fight. I don't expect too many problems from them. I've now been at the monastery for a few days, surrounded by others who share my passion for God, and yet I still find I miss having a friend. Donatus, Miklos, and myself seem to be getting along quite well, though perhaps this could blossom into a true friendship if we did something together. I'm sure he would greatly enjoy it. Alright, so he's a Hungarian, and see what we want to do. We can play a game of military strategy, increasing our martial, and if he enjoyed it, then it could lead to friendship. Well, he's not really a martial man. We can discuss the Bible. That would increase our learning. I think he would very much enjoy that. Yes. Discuss the intricacies of managing a realm, or taking a stroll and simply enjoying a small task. Well, I think it makes most sense to discuss the Bible. That's what our character would love to do, of course. So let's discuss the Bible with them. All right. Oops. Didn't realize it was paused. Your marshal has initiated another drive. Fantastic. It has come to my attention that the Chancellor of Perigord? I don't know if I pronounced that right. Has bribed and threatened his way through my domain. Okay, yes, we already knew that. We are aware, and he decided to use it. Of course he did. It's obviously fabricated, though. Miklos truly enjoyed my suggestion, and we've become close friends. We regularly seek each other out during our free time, and I'm starting to notice that it affects my focus on my monastic duties. So I can continue to spend time with him, and that makes us close friends. Wait a minute. What is the harm? It is not as if we're doing anything unnatural. Okay, that would result in us losing the shy trait, which I feel like a personal relationship really doesn't have anything to do with being shy. Some of the most shy people out there, when you get them in a personal matter, they'll talk your head off. A lot of times, shy is more like groups of large people, or people they don't know, I suppose. So yeah, I don't think that us having a relationship has anything to do with the shy trait. So I don't think that's affected by our decision here. But we are very zealous. And of course, I think we should focus on our duties above anything else. And this would increase our learning by 3, we'd gain piety, and we'd still become close friends. So that's fine. And I'm fine keeping the shy trait as well. We've had this trait our entire life. This is who we are. I don't see our character changing. We can once again request council position, because he never did give us that council position. And it does seem that King Louis IX has declared war. Okay, the French Castilian. I thought he was excommunicated. Is he no longer excommunicated? Looks like he is not. All right, awesome. I didn't know how I felt about serving an excommunicated king, but it seems that the King of Castile or Castilla, however you want to pronounce it, he is currently excommunicated, and so thus we are at war with him. Well, he is excommunicated. I feel like the Pope has declared that he is somebody that we must fight, so I suppose we'll go ahead and raise our armies up and fight him. Just looking at the Pope, I wanted to see if there's anything we do. So yeah, we could use our piety to get a bit of money, but it's not enough to warrant asking for. It's not going to get us the church that we need, unfortunately. Can we borrow any money? Yeah, it does not look like the Knights Templars have any money for us to borrow from them, unfortunately. All right, so that's a shame. So yeah, I don't think. I mean, we could borrow the 300 gold from the Jewish, but that would not be enough either. What we'll do is, if it gets up to what do we need here? If it gets to the point where the 300 would help, is basically what I'm saying here. If it does, then we will ask for that, because I don't see any other way that we're ever going to get 618 gold in time before we die, with the amount of money that we earn. So yeah, if we can get it up to 318, which is about a little over doubling our money here, then we will go ahead and get the money from the Jews, so that we can build that church and complete our quest. If we have to borrow money from the Jews, I mean, that's not really an unchristian act. And of course, it's to build a church, so I think it makes sense. So I'm pleased to hear that after a period of peace and shrewd, okay, so yes, it prospers. Fantastic. According to the Chancellor, the peasants of Marche have started a delightful tradition where the peasantry from several villages meet up and dance, feast, and pair up for future marriage. By promoting this tradition, Edward believes that the country will develop a strong local culture that will attract more peasants. Yeah, I'll invest in it. It's not that much money, and it's very advantageous to our realm, to our lands. So you can no longer ignore the irritation in your court in your throat. You begin to violently cough. I don't know how I turn throat into court. So we have a cough. Okay. We are an older man, so yeah, that could be deadly. Our son is currently 18, though. He's looking pretty good. He's cavalry leader as well. Yeah. I think he'll make a fantastic ruler. King Louis has decided to organize a lavish ceremony to accompany his son's baptism. He's decided to grant me the honor of being the child's godfather. Oh, wow. I am flattered. So this is Alberic. He is baptized by the Pope. Interesting. And we are his godfather. Well, yeah, I am absolutely flattered. It's such an honor. I think that's to make up for the fact that he still hasn't appointed me to anywhere on his council just yet. So, looks like we have pneumonia. Okay, we will follow his instructions. In order to bring balance to your humors, I don't even know, what is this guy's name? Garand? I'm just going to call him Doc. The Doc made you drink salty water to induce vomiting. It wasn't very effective. Alright, wow. I knew he was going to do a shitty job. Oh yes, I forgot. I was going to raise our armies up so that we could attack Spain. Alright, so let's go and assemble. And yeah, we'll come down here and attack this excommunicated ruler who does not deserve his land and titles. And the symptoms which have troubled you lately were a sign of something much worse. You have cancer. Oh. Well, I don't think we're going to recover from this. Alright, so that is a shame. Yeah, we have a mild illness, though, so it could be much worse. I mean, obviously, cancer is not a mild illness, but we may live for many, many years with this. I would like to, at the very least, see my son married. So the doc has come to you and offers treatment for your illness. He explains that there are several different types of treatment he can offer. So we can say, my life is in your hands, as long as you know what you're doing, or this treatment sounds very scary. And that would result in us being a craven. Let's do that as long as you know what you're doing. Obviously, he doesn't have fantastic learning, and of course, I'm a man who doesn't put his hands and his life in the hands of science. I put my life in the hands of God. God will protect us. And he brought a croaking bucket to your chambers and told you to expose your upper body. He grabbed a toad, gutted it with a deft hand, and proceeded to place the still twitching carcass on your chest. He continued until the bucket was empty and your torso was covered. And I actually feel much better. That was a successful treatment. Apparently it worked. Alright, well, I shouldn't have doubted him. So, who knew? Toads. So, let's go ahead and move our troops down here. Oh, yes, that's right. I should probably appoint leaders. I don't know that we'll lead ourselves this time. You know what? It's fine. We'll continue to lead. And once again, we'll continue to lead the center as always. And let's go ahead and place Gilbert, our man, on the left flank, and the bishop on the right. Okay, so we are approaching the end of the episode, guys. It just goes so quickly, unfortunately. I do want to take a look at how we're doing on devotion. We're almost there. I would also like to be able to rank up before the end. And it looks like we were defeated in battle. Oh shit. How'd that happen? Huh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how we got defeated. Maybe we got engaged in the battle before the other army got here. It looks like it. Yes, we lost our entire army. Alright, well, that's a shame. I'm just going to go ahead and disband our army. It looks like they're defeating us. They have a very large army there, and they are winning. Alright, well, that's a damn shame. So, yeah, I don't know how France is going to win this one. Oh, wait a minute. There's 14,000 men right there. I'm always doubting the numbers of France. So let's disband our armies. That did not go well for us. I think what happened was we had been attacked, because I had it going kind of fast. We had got attacked before the rest of the army got here. I was expecting to be fighting with the army. It does seem that our marshal, did he die? Oh yes, he has died. Alright, so let's go ahead and appoint a new marshal. And hopefully we can find somebody good. I almost want to appoint our good friend Gilbert. He's pretty decent at the job. That does mean he wouldn't be able to lead our armies any longer. Do we have any other commanders that could replace him? We do have the mayor there. We could have our son become a commander. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's what we'll do. just to get enough commanders here to help lead our armies. And yes, our son will be a commander as well. And in fact, we could also appoint him a position, something that will leave him, will earn him a bit of revenue as well. The monthly salary is 0.04 here. It's got to be something very honorable as well. Looks like it's 0.04 for all of them. You know, he could be our cupbearer. I don't think that's very fitting for your son, though. Let's make him the master of the horse. Where is he at? Here we go. All right, so give him a nice honorable position, since I'm not giving him any land as of right now. All right, and then for our marshal, as I said, we will be appointing Gilbert. We could have also appointed our son to this position too. We could have had him work as the marshal, but this guy is fantastic. Gilbert is also, he's getting older, might not want to be out there leading troops any longer. So let's go ahead and make sure that we have him training troops up. And didn't we have somebody else die? Yes, we had our steward die, and I never changed him up. We had him doing the administer of the realm, which I very rarely ever seem to see those events fire. So we're going to have him collect taxes here. And I think we'll leave everybody else doing what they're currently doing, though this guy is currently still fabricating claims there. Let's go ahead and stop that. Yeah, I don't see any reason to continue doing that. Could fabricate a claim over here, so we could attack that duke if we so desired. But I'm at the point where I don't really feel like that makes a lot of sense for us at the moment. I think we'll just go ahead and perform statecraft. All right. The council is still discontent, of course. Be a couple more years, I think. And we cannot yet change any laws. I think it was 41 was once we'll be able to change some laws again. It does seem that is going to be the end of the episode, my friends. Good God, it just goes so damn quick. It's a shame. Well, I guess we'll have one event first. Your marshal has put forward a plan for experimentation with new military technology, inspired by a supposedly brilliant inventor and engineer that he has recently befriended. All that is needed is a little bit of funding. Well, I know we're trying to save money, but I guess we'll have to do that. We're never going to get that money saved, man. Yeah, I don't know. We just don't have enough lands, I feel, to really get it done, unfortunately. We just don't earn enough money per turn, unfortunately. Yeah, 2.84 is just nowhere near enough in order to build something like this. This is extremely expensive, so I don't know that we'll be able to complete that task, but we'll continue saving to try and get it done. That is going to be the end of the episode. I think, in fact, we are able to rank up, so that's how we'll end the episode. We will rank up. So we'll request that. We'll get the event for it next episode. Hope you guys did enjoy this one. We did have that loss here. Unfortunately, lost a huge chunk of our army. But for the most part, everything has been going pretty well in this campaign as of right now. Our son is 19 and his betrothed is 14. So soon they'll be able to get married, though she is depressed. Oh, that's quite unfortunate. Yeah, the Countess here is depressed. I really hope that nothing bad happens to her and then we're not able to marry and have children. Yeah, that would be a real shame. And the current heir to the county is her sister, who is much, much younger. So I don't want to have to arrange another marriage there, because we would be waiting far too long. So I don't think we'll do that. We'll have to find somebody else to marry. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. And thanks for watching, guys.